Namaste. Hello and a warm welcome. Welcome to Akankssha's YouTube channel Multidimensional Soul and this audiobooks and talk series dedicated to Akankssha's son and spirit guide Arnav. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, do subscribe, like and share this knowledge and wisdom. Do share your experiences in the comments. What resonates with you the most? What insights do you receive from these teachings? Let's keep this energy of knowledge and wisdom flowing as the energy loves to move, and this is an energy exchange. Today we're going to read a chapter from the book, How to Have Courage, Calmness, and Confidence, by Paramahansa Yogananda. Chapter 6. Scientific Healing Affirmations for Inner Strength. Excerpted from Scientific Healing Affirmations by Paramahansa Yogananda, 1924 edition. The spiritual power of man's word. Man's word is spirit in man. Words are sounds occasioned by the vibrations of thoughts. Thoughts are vibrations sent forth by the ego or soul. Every word that leaves your mouth ought to be potent with genuine soul vibration. The words of most people are lifeless because they are spoken automatically, without being impregnated with soul force. Too much talking, exaggeration, or falsehood weakens the power of your words. That is why the prayers or words of such people do not produce any desired changes. Every word you speak must represent not only truth, but also some of your own realized soul force. Words without soul force are like husks without the corn. Words that are saturated with sincerity, conviction, faith, and intuition are like vibration bombs, which can explode the rocks of difficulties and create the change desired. Avoid speaking unpleasant words, even if they are true. Sincere words or affirmations repeated understandingly, feelingly, and willingly are sure to move the omnipresent cosmic vibratory force to render aid in your difficulty. Appeal to that force with infinite confidence, casting out all doubt. If your affirmations are spoken with disbelief, or while looking for the desired result, your attention is deflected from its goal. You should not sow the vibratory prayer seed in the soil of cosmic consciousness, and then continually dig it up to see if the desired result has germinated. The God-given power of man. It should be remembered that there is nothing greater in power than cosmic consciousness or God. Thus, you should seek its aid alone. This does not mean that you should make yourself passive, inert, or credulous, or that you should minimize the power of your mind. Remember, God helps those who help themselves. He gave you willpower, concentration, faith, reason, and common sense to use to help heal yourself. But in using your willpower or common sense, you must not rely solely on your ego and thus disconnect yourself from the divine force. Always feel that you are using your own but God-given power to heal yourself or others. A balance must be struck between the old idea of depending wholly on God, and the modern idea of depending wholly on the ego. Mental responsibility for chronic diseases. In trying to get rid of a physical difficulty by physical or mental methods, one often concentrates more on the gripping power of the disease than on the possibility of cure, and thus the disease becomes a mental as well as a physical habit. This is especially true in cases of nervousness, where the disease is felt long after it is physically cured. Each bodily sensation of disease or health cuts grooves on the brain cells, which further awakens certain habits of disease or health. The subconscious habit of disease or health consciousness exerts a strong influence on the continuity of chronic problems. Chronic mental or physical diseases always have a deep root in the subconscious mind. In a mental or physical disturbance, one ought to be able to pull out the roots from the subconscious mind. That is why all affirmations practiced by the conscious mind ought to be impressive enough to stay as mental habits in the subconscious mind, which in turn automatically influences the conscious mind. Strong conscious affirmation is thus reinforced through the medium of the subconscious. Still stronger conscious will or devotion affirmations not only reach the subconscious but the superconscious, the magic storehouse of all miraculous mental powers. Individual affirmations should be practiced willingly, feelingly, intelligently, and devotionally, once in a while loudly, when nobody is listening, but mostly mentally, silently, with ever-increasing intensity of attention. The attention from the very beginning of affirmation should steadily increase, and never be allowed to flag. Flagging attention should be repeatedly focused on its given task. Attentive, intelligent repetition and patience are the creators of habits, and ought to be employed during all affirmations. Deep and long-continued affirmations for curing chronic afflictions should be practiced mentally until they become part of one's intuitional convictions. Unchanged or contrary results, if any, should be ignored. It is better to die, if death has to come, with the conviction of being cured than with the consciousness that a mental or bodily ailment is incurable. Another fact should always be remembered: though death is the necessary end of the body according to present human knowledge, the time of death can be changed by the superconscious power of the soul. In order to reach the superconscious, affirmations must be free from all uncertainties, doubts, and inattention. Attention and devotion are lights that can lead even blindly uttered affirmations to the subconscious and the superconscious. The greater the power of attention and devotion, the farther they can usher the vibrations of different affirmations to their subconscious or superconscious destinations. Cures according to temperament. Imagination, convincing reason, faith, feeling, will, or action can be employed according to the nature of the individual. Few people understand this. Q** wanted to cure all persons by autosuggestion. But the intellectual man is not susceptible to suggestion. He needs to understand the power of the mind over the body. Autosuggestion is also powerless to act on the man of strong willpower. He needs stimulation of his willpower instead of his imagination, if he wants to be cured of his ailment. Yogoda teaches, by the art of concentration, meditation, and control of will, how to use the life current directly for healing one's self and others. No one should ever minimize the importance of repeated, ever deeper efforts of will or imagination affirmations as given here to effect the cure of bad habits, or physical or mental troubles. Faith is more important than time. Instantaneous healing of physical, mental, and spiritual diseases can occur at any moment. The accumulated darkness of ages is dispelled at once by bringing in the light, not by trying to chase out the darkness. One never can tell when he is going to be healed, so do not expect a cure at once or at some distant day. Faith, not time, will determine when the cure will be effected. Results depend on the right awakening of life energy, and the mental and subconscious state of the individual. Effort and attention are absolutely necessary to arouse faith or will or imagination. When stimulated, these automatically impel the life energy to effect a cure. Desire or expectation for results weakens the force of attention. Without will or faith, life energy remains asleep, and cure cannot take place. It takes time to reawaken weakened will, faith, or imagination in a patient suffering from a chronic problem, because his brain cells are grooved with the consciousness of that problem. Classification of healing. 1. Healing of bodily diseases. 2. Healing of psychological diseases, such as fear, anger, bad habits, failure consciousness, lack of confidence. 3. Healing of spiritual diseases, such as indifference, purposeless life, intellectual pride, dogmatism, skepticism, ignorance of one's own divinity. It is of paramount importance that equal emphasis be given to the prevention and cure of all three kinds of disease. Each causes suffering and must, therefore, be remedied by every suitable method of cure. Most people's attention is fixed solely on the cure of bodily diseases, because these are so tangible. People do not realize that their mental troubles of fear, despair, worry, anger, or lack of self-control, and their spiritual suffering through ignorance of the meaning of human life, are even more important and overpowering. All physical diseases originate in mental and spiritual inharmony. Ignorance of the laws of mental hygiene and of the spiritual art of living is responsible for all human bodily and material suffering. If the mind is free from the mental bacteria of anger, worry, fear, etc., and the soul is free from ignorance, no material disease or lack can follow. 2. Prevent mental disease. Cultivate peace and faith in the cosmic consciousness. Free the mind from all disturbing thoughts, and fill it with poise and joy. Realize the superiority of mental healing over physical healing. Abstain from acquiring bad habits, which make life miserable. To prevent spiritual disease. Firmly believe that you are created in the image of the Father, and are therefore immortal and perfect even as He is. If a particle of matter is indestructible, as science has proved, then the soul is indestructible also. Matter undergoes change, the soul undergoes changing experiences. The death or change of the form of a thing does not destroy or change its essence. Apply the experiences of peace and poise received during concentration and meditation to your daily life. Maintain your equilibrium amidst trying circumstances, and stand unshaken by others' violent emotions or by adverse events. Body and consciousness created by man in the dream state. While dreaming, a man may find himself walking joyously in a beautiful garden when he suddenly sees the dead body of a friend. He becomes stricken with grief, sheds tears, suffers from headache, and feels his heart throb. He wakes up and laughs at his illusory dream experience. What is the difference between the experiences of the man while dreaming and the experiences of his waking state? The awareness of matter and consciousness is present in both cases. The sleeping man creates matter and consciousness in his dream. World illusion. If such a delusive creation is possible to the dreaming man, it is not difficult to imagine that the infinitely powerful cosmic consciousness could create a more realistic and permanent dream in the human consciousness, by the power of Maya or delusion. Those who seek health or happiness, or who dread disease or bereavement, are working under the false conviction that health is different from disease, that bereavement is different from joy. When man realizes his true nature, the dualities disappear and all lack is seen to be illusory, all desire vanishes. For those who have not attained cosmic consciousness, it is not appropriate to deny the limited healing power of herbs and medicines. In using affirmations, there is no need to scorn physical methods of cure, for they are the outcome of investigation into God's material laws. How to practice affirmations. Affirmations must be practiced with a loud intonation, fading into a whisper, and then into mental chanting only. With attention and devotion, and deep conviction, take the thought from the auditory sense of the conscious mind, to the subconscious mind, and then to the superconscious mind. These affirmations can cure those who believe in them. Repetition of affirmations goes from loud chanting to whisper chanting to mental chanting to subconscious chanting, and, finally, to superconscious chanting. Subconscious chanting becomes automatic, with internal consciousness only. Superconscious chanting happens when the deep internal chanting vibrations are converted into realization, and are established in the conscious, subconscious, and superconscious minds. Holding the attention unbrokenly on the real cosmic vibration, not on any imaginary sound, is superconscious chanting. Superconsciousness, not unconsciousness. One very important point to bear in mind is that when passing from one state of chanting to another, the attitude of the mind should likewise change, and become deeper and more concentrated. The aim is to unite the chanter, chant, and the process of chanting into one. The mind must sink into the deepest conscious state, not unconsciousness or absent-mindedness, but such a focused concentrated state of absolute consciousness that all thoughts are sunk and merged into the one state, like particles drawn to an irresistible magnet. Physiological centers. During the different affirmations, notice should be taken of the physiological centers where the attention should be directed, for example, the heart center when feeling is concerned, the medulla as the source of energy, and the point between the eyebrows to awaken will. We want to cultivate a conscious power over the direction of attention to the centers of thought, feeling, and will. Individuals should dwell deeply on the inner meaning of the affirmation. The attitude of one's mind should vary according to the affirmation. Will affirmations should be accompanied by strong will, feeling affirmations by devotion, reason affirmations by intelligence and devotion, imagination affirmations by fancy and faith. In healing others, select an affirmation that is suitable to the active, imaginative, emotional, or thoughtful temperament of your patient. In all affirmations, intensity of attention is foremost, but continuity and repetition are very important. Impregnate your affirmations with your devotion, will, and faith, intensely and repeatedly, unmindful of the results. Absolute faith in God and His true devotees is the greatest method of instantaneous healing. It is better to die in the attempt to arouse that faith than to die with an absolute reliance on medicine or matter. Directions for individual and group practice. Time. For the individual, immediately after awakening from sleep in the morning, or during the period of somnolence preceding sleep at night. For the group, any suitable time. Place. Noiseless or quiet surroundings as far as possible. If the affirmations have to be practiced in a noisy place, just ignore the disturbance and devotedly attend to your exercise. Method. Before starting to affirm, free the mind of all worries and restlessness. Choose your affirmation and repeat it first loudly, then softer and more slowly, until your voice becomes a whisper. Then gradually affirm it mentally only, without moving even the tongue or lips. Affirm mentally until you feel that you have merged into deep, unbroken concentration, conscious continuity of uninterrupted thought. Then, if you continue with your mental affirmation and go deeper still, you will feel a great sense of increasing joy and peace come over you. During deep concentration, your affirmation will merge into the subconscious stream, only to come back later reinforced with power to influence your conscious mind through the law of habit. During the time of experiencing ever-increasing peace, your affirmation goes deeper into the superconscious reservoir, to return later laden with unlimited power, not only to influence your conscious mind, but also to materially fulfill your desires. Doubt not, and you shall witness the miracle of this scientific faith. During group affirmations for curing physical or mental disease in self or others, care should be taken to affirm with an even tone, even mental force, even concentration, and even sense of faith and peace. Weaker minds lessen the united force born of such affirmations and can even sidetrack this flood of force from its superconscious destination. Do not make any bodily movements, become mentally restless, or disturb your neighbor. Bodily stillness alone is not enough. Your concentration or restlessness will materially affect the desired result favorably or unfavorably. The affirmation seeds below are impregnated with the soul's inspiration. They should be watered by your faith and concentration, and sown in the soil of superconscious peace. There are many processes involved between the sowing of the affirmation seed and its fruition. All the conditions for its growth must be fulfilled in order to produce the desired result. The affirmation seed must be a living one, free from the cankers of doubt, restlessness, or inattention. It should be sown in the minds and hearts of people with faith, concentration, devotion, and peace. It should be watered with deep, fresh repetitions. Avoid mechanical repetition. This is the meaning of the biblical commandment: do not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. Repeat affirmations firmly and with intensity and sincerity, until such power is gained that one command from you would be enough to change your body cells, or to move your soul to the performance of miracles. Suggestions for practice. 1. Sit facing north or east. 2. Close your eyes, and concentrate your attention on the medulla, unless otherwise directed. Keep the spine erect, chest high, abdomen in. Relax completely. Take deep breaths and exhale thrice. 3. Relax the body and keep it motionless. Empty the mind of all restless thoughts, and withdraw it from all bodily sensations. 4. Fill your mind with devotion and with will, feeling the former in the heart and the latter in the point between the eyebrows. Cast away anxiety, distrust, and worry. Realize calmly that the divine law works and is all-powerful only when you do not shut it out by doubt or disbelief. Faith and concentration allow it to operate unhampered. Hold the thought that all bodily and mental states are changeable and curable, and that the idea of anything being chronic is a delusion. 5. Forget what it is that you want to be healed. 6. In group affirmations, the leader should read the affirmations rhythmically, while standing. The audience should repeat after him with the same rhythm and intonation. For healing of unsuccess consciousness. Success comes by obeying divine and material laws. Both spiritual and material success must be attained. Material success consists in acquiring all the necessities of life. Money-making should be utilized to improve society, one's country, and the world. Make all the money you can by improving your community, country, or the world, but never do so by acting against others' interests. There are mental, subconscious, and superconscious laws for success and for fighting failure. If you want divine law or superconscious power to help you, you should not stop your conscious efforts, nor should you rely wholly on your own natural abilities. Consciously try to succeed and to fight failure, feeling at the same time that the divine law is helping your efforts to be successful. This method establishes a conscious connection with the divine. Think that, as a child of God, you have access to all things that belong to your Father. Doubt not, when you want anything, cast away the consciousness of failure, and realize that all things are your own. Subconscious habits of ignorance and disbelief in this law have deprived us of our divine heritage. Those who crave to use the resources of divine supply must destroy this wrong mentality by steady effort, saturated with infinite confidence. When the conscious, subconscious, and superconscious methods of success are combined, success will surely come. Try again, no matter how many times you have tried unsuccessfully. Material Success Affirmation. Thou art my Father. Success and joy. I am thy child. Success and joy. All the wealth of this earth, all the riches of the universe, belong to thee, belong to thee. I am thy child. The wealth of earth and universe belongs to me, belongs to me. Oh, belongs to me, belongs to me. I lived in thoughts of poverty, and wrongly fancied I was poor, so I was poor. Now I am home, and thy consciousness has made me wealthy, made me rich. I am success, I am rich. Thou art my treasure, I am rich, I am rich. Thou art everything, thou art everything. Thou art mine. I have everything, I have everything. I am wealthy, I am rich. I have everything, I have everything. I possess all and everything, even as thou dost, even as thou dost. I possess everything, I possess everything. Thou art my wealth. I have everything. Spiritual success consists in consciously contacting cosmic consciousness, and in maintaining your peace and poise no matter what irremediable events of life, like the death of friends, come to you. When you lose a loved one by the law of nature, you should not sorrow but rather should thank God that He gave you the great privilege of befriending one of His dear ones. Spiritual success comes by looking upon all things cheerfully and courageously, with the realization that everything is marching towards the highest goal. Psychological Success Affirmation. I am brave, I am strong. Perfume of success thoughts. Blows in me, blows in me. I am cool, I am calm. I am sweet, I am kind. I am love and sympathy. I am charming and magnetic. I am pleased with all. I wipe away the tears and fears. I have no enemy, though some think they are so. I am the friend of all. I have no habits in eating, dressing, behaving. I am free, I am free. I command thee, O attention, to come and practice concentration on things I do, on works I do. I can do everything. When so I think, when so I think. In church or temple, in prayer mood, my vagrant thoughts against me stood, and held my mind from reaching thee, and held my mind from reaching thee. Teach me to own again, O own again, my matter-souled mind and brain, that I may give them to thee, in prayer and ecstasy, in meditation and reverie. I shall worship thee, in meditation, in the mountain breast and seclusion. I shall feel thy energy, flowing through my hands in activity. Lest I lose thee, I shall find thee in activity. More affirmations. With closed eyes, concentrate your attention at the point between the eyebrows, and repeat the following thrice. I will, with my own will, which flows from divine will, to be healthy, to be well, to be prosperous and spiritual, To be well, to be well. Close your eyes, concentrate on the heart throb, and repeat with devotion and feeling. Thou art love, thou art love. I am thine, thou art mine. I am thine, thou art mine. I am love, I am love. Love is healthy, love is perfect. I am healthy, I am love. I am whole, I am perfect. Concentrate on the navel center and imagine a luminous light there. Close your eyes. Feel the navel and repeat with imagination and devotion. Thou art life, thou art strength. Thou art mind and imagination. Thou art thought, thou art fancy. I am thought, I am fancy. In every way, in every way. I am like thee, I am like thee. I am whole, I am like thee. Concentrate on the medulla, close your eyes, and feeling or visualizing the light there, repeat. Thy cosmic current flows in me, flows in me. Through my medulla, flows in me, flows in me. I think and will the current to flow. In all my body the current to flow. In all my body the current to flow. I am charged, I am cured. I am charged, I am cured. Lightning flash goes through me. I am cured, I am cured. Superconscious method of healing. Rise above breath, tune yourself to the cosmic vibration, and with increasing intensity of will and highest devotion, concentrating at the point between the eyebrows, float the following prayers or convictions to the cosmic vibration. Mentally appeal to the cosmic vibration, just as you would to your own father. O holy vibration! Thou art I, thou art I. My soul is thine, thy spirit is mine. Thou art perfect, thou hast all. I am thy child, I have all. I have all, I have all. My bouquet of sweetest devotion. My love and highest adoration. I lay in thee, I lay in thee. What is mine, that is thine. What is thine, that is mine. I pray, with love, I pray. Be thou mine, be thou mine. Thou art I, thou art I. Thou art bliss, I am bliss. Thou art peace, I am peace. Thou art whole, I am whole. Thou art perfect, perfection is mine. Thou art bliss, I am bliss. I am bliss, I am bliss. Place your absolute faith in God and always believe His power is working in you, just behind your thoughts, prayers, and convictions, to give infinite strength to heal yourself and others. Acknowledge Him working with you in everything, and you will have Him always with you. In affirming, I am healthy, or I am wise, the positive affirmation must be so strong that it completely crowds out any subconscious, discouraging, negative enemy thoughts, which may be whispering to you, you fool, you will never succeed. You are a failure, wisdom is impossible for you. You must know that whatever you wish strongly, you can materialize in short order. Disregard the time element while affirming. In practicing affirmations, the spiritual aspirant must be unfailingly patient. Believe you are inherently healthy when you want good health. Believe you are inherently prosperous when you want prosperity. Believe you are inherently wise when you want wisdom. Then health, prosperity, and wisdom will manifest themselves in you. Change the trend of your thought. Cast out all negative mental habits, substituting in their place wholesome, courageous thought habits, and applying these in daily life, with unshakable confidence. Remember that an intelligent, purposeful individual can easily substitute a good mental habit for a bad one in a trice, by the mere wish. Therefore, if you have a physical, mental, or spiritual habit that impedes your progress, rid yourself of it now. Do not put it off.
This is a series of audiobooks and insightful lectures brought to you by Akanksshaa, dedicated to exploring timeless wisdom and spiritual teachings. Each recording is generated with love, honoring my journey and my connection with higher guidance, especially in tribute to my son Arnav, who now guides me from beyond. May these words awaken the divine love within you, bring you peace and inspiration on your own path, and may divine light within shine bright. May whatever merit arises from these readings be for the benefit of all sentient beings. Namaste.